So good morning. My name's Tracy. I'm the regional director for the West campuses. We have Scott here too. And Scott, you want to introduce yourself? Scott, can you hear me? I don't know if he could hear me or unmute himself.
I don't think he could unmute himself.
Okay.
There we go. Hello.
There you go. Sorry about that.
I think when I mute, I get stuck. Hello, I'm Scott. This is my first year as the director at East Rockaway. I spent a few years over at Hicksville with my wife. She's the director there, so we kind of partnered that up. And this year, I'm over in East Rockaway. It's pretty convenient because this is where I live. I live in East Rockaway. I know the community well. I know Camp Sorrells really well, and I'm looking forward to a good summer.
Okay, and we have Jamal too. Jamal's our program director, so he can introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Jamal. I've been at the program director for East Rockaway for the past 2 years, going into my 3rd year. And I've been working with Tracy before she moved up, and now this is a new opportunity to work with Scott, and just very excited for the summer.
I can't see you, and I don't know if you can see me. I can't tell.
I can't see you. Can you see me?
I think when you talk, you come
Okay.
on, and then which is fine. My son is Joven. We have gone to the East Rockaway
Okay.
campus before. Last year we didn't go.
Okay.
This year I do plan on sending him, and I guess I just wanted to, I follow the group on Facebook, and I've seen that you were looking to hire nurses and things like that. And, I kind of just wanted to understand, what you'll be doing. Joven was diagnosed with Crohn's disease this year.
Okay.
So his immune system is, a little more sensitive than maybe other kids, or, I don't know what anyone else has. So I just kind of wanted to see what was going to be done and how things will be handled differently, and will there be trips and things like that, and how would that be handled?
So let me answer your question and go through that for you. We
Sure.
do have nurses that are going to be hired that are going to be for like regional nurses for as far as our campuses, but all of our senior staff are certified in first aid, CPR, anaphylaxis, and all of that stuff through the American Red Cross. So we are, health conscious, safety conscious, etc. So you're in good hands as far as that's concerned. We do have the medical screenings in place like we did last year. So as you pull up for arrival, your child, Joven, will be screened for temperature, and you'll be asked a number of questions about, what you've been doing as far as participating in the COVID policies, etc.
Okay.
Right. Then they get hand sanitized before they come into the building. We sanitize all day. We have the campers wash their hands. We clean all the equipment and all the tables, everything that they use throughout the day as well. There is a cleaning schedule that takes place, but after every activity, everything gets cleaned. Just like last year, we're going to keep all of that in place. They are planning trips. Each group is going to go on 2 trips this summer. And they also are going to go swimming and bowling, not as often as we used to go, but we are going to go swimming about 5 times this summer and bowling 5 times this summer. And then again, like they get 2 trips on top of that.
Okay.
Okay.
And I know it's difficult. I know it's not always easy. And I obviously, I teach Joven what he has to do. It's like a double-edged sword. So how can you really socially distance, children? And obviously they're wearing masks. Like how can you really monitor that? Is it just like a constant reminder? If you see
it is a constant reminder, yes.
Yeah.
We did it last summer as well. We did the best that we could under the circumstances. The kids wore masks. We spread them out at the lunch tables as far away as we could because they're not wearing masks as lunch. So we used a number of tables for each group. In activities, we're trying to do, especially in gym, non-contact activities so that they're spread out more. We try to use the outdoors as much as possible as well. Keep them out in the fresh air. So we're taking every precaution possible. We did go through last summer with no cases over 10 campuses.
Okay, that's awesome.
So we did manage to keep them safe, and safety was our first priority with everything. So, we're on top of that as far as that's concerned.
Okay. That's, it's reassuring that no one had a case, and, I understand it's difficult for everyone, and there's a lot of different concerns. So that's good to hear.
Right.
Is Jobin in school now?
He's been full-time remote.
Okay.
But my job has been great that I've been remote as well. But the school is looking to open up again in April, and it is something, that he does want to go back to school. And, in September, they're going to be going full time anyway. So I think it's a good transition for him to get back into the swing of things. So,
I
Right.
am
And
an elementary school teacher. Tracy, I'm sorry to
oh,
cut you
no,
off.
that's okay. Go ahead, Scott.
I am an elementary school teacher. I'm the gym teacher in East Meadow, and
okay.
I'm a coach over in Long Beach. Um, just the schools are, they're open. All my classes are on. The kids are separated socially throughout school, and we'll try to
Hmm.
follow pretty closely to how schools do it.
Hmm.
We have other challenges because we're not always in a desk educating. We're usually playing. So there are
Right.
close contacts, and even during the day in the school, the kids do get close to each other, and there's times where they don't get their masks on or they're off, and so there is. I don't want to say it's still a risk, but we do our best, and the cleanliness and the hand washing stations and the constant reminders to space out when you can
Hmm.
sort of reduces the chances of any kind of and not just COVID, but any kind of sickness. And we found that out throughout the summer. We had less colds and we didn't have any swimmers here because we didn't go swimming, but we didn't have a lot of that stuff. But in the schools and in camp, there is going to be times where there is close contacts with other kids. And what we did last year too is create cohorts, which kind of just group the kids together. That they never really got together with the other group. That reduces the amount of kids that your child could have contact with,
Hmm.
which again reduces the chance of some kind of transmission. And that's what we do. But there's still always a chance that it could get in and someone could get sick. So to keep that in mind, we did a great job over the summer, but I really don't know how much on Long Island and in this region COVID was really around during the summer, and right now it's back down again. But those are just considerations when you're making your decision, especially him not being in school. There's close contacts in school. There will be close contacts in Camps for Us. We're going to do our best to keep them clean and separate, but it's not going to happen all the time. It's really to just continually to reduce percentages of people transmitting, and that's our goal.
Right. I mean, and I like to be realistic. We didn't know that he was going to have Crohn's disease, and so it kind of just worked out. And I take him out with me. I teach him what he has to do because he's got to learn how to take care of himself, just like whether this happened or not. When flu season comes around, or anything else that's possible. So, I reinforced with him what he needs to do to make sure that he's okay. So, but it is good to hear that you do everything possible, but he also has to know for himself, that he
We
has to, be mindful of what he's doing and how he's protecting himself.
at Hicksville 2 years ago, we did have a child with Crohn's disease. He might have been a little bit older than your child, so he knew everything. But I'm not an expert, but whatever whatever the parents, we sat down and talked about what he needs in terms of any kind of combinations, and we'll make that happen. And I'm very safe, safety conscious. I mean, I've been teaching for 17 years. I've been coaching for 20 years. Safety is always the number one thing, and it's my priority throughout the entire summer. So just to
Yeah, I
assure you.
appreciate. And he wants to go to summer camp, and I said, I think you should. I think it's good to go, and he misses his friends, so it's definitely on the table to sign him up. So
I think the other thing that's going to help is a lot of our staff also is already vaccinated. Or
yeah,
is going to get vaccinated. I know a lot of us are teachers and a lot of us have had our 2 doses already.
right.
So I think we're going to be in better shape as far as that's concerned as well.
Okay.
A lot of our staff, we're going to also encourage anybody 16 and older to go and get their vaccines. So that
Right.
will help
Right.
cut the reduce of the risk as well.
Okay, that's good to know too. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
I'm trying myself. So and as soon as he can, we've had the conversation. As long as they make it available to the children, he's okay to receive it too. So that's something that we're going to be doing as well.
Right. So,
Okay.
do you have any other questions that we can help answer for you?
No, I think that's, I think what you said is great and reassuring. And again, I will have my own conversation with Joven about, keeping himself safe as well. So
Mhm. And like
when,
Scott said, anything on the medical, like we have copies of the medical, just make sure it's clearly listed at. And
Mhm.
on the Camp in Touch account as well, under the medical part, make sure you put all like recommendations or anything that, we can do on our end to help him as well.
yeah, I mean, for him, I know that, he's receiving his medication and it's been a world's difference. And, it's mostly food that he really has reactions to. But, when it comes to, the cleanliness and germs and things like that, he's got to follow the rules. That's
Right.
what it really comes down to.
And,
So
we
there's,
might do
Mhm.
some cooking stuff at camp. So if there's something that we're cooking that he can have, we can always give him something else in place of that.
okay,
So just make sure that we know what he can and can't have. And
okay,
that way we can do an alternative. We usually do an ice cream day. If he can't have that, we're going to get something else for
okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
him so that he doesn't feel left out.
Right, right. Because
Mhm.
it's like, everything in moderation, but some things, one day hits them the wrong way, and we're not quite sure. But I definitely appreciate that, and I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Right.
Thank you.
And same thing with the snacks. We give a snack in the afternoon. If there's something that he can have, just let us know too, and we can try to provide an alternative snack.
Okay, great. Thank you. So is registration open?
Registration is open.
Okay.
You just go into our Camp Saras website, campsaras.org.
Mhm.
There is a place that says register, so you're going to click on that.
Okay.
And you choose the weeks and the days that you want. You do have to leave a $300 deposit, and then you can pay it off through the end of August.
Okay.
So it is open, and we do have some space. So hoping to see you guys this summer.
Okay.
It'd be
Great.
nice to
Thank
have
you
you
so
guys
much.
back.
I know he definitely misses it and wants to go back. One more question. The schedule of events and trips and things like that, is that available yet or not yet?
The calendar is being finished hopefully this week, so it should be
Okay.
out within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
you can make, you can register, and then you can always make changes up until May 1st
Oh, okay.
without being
Sounds good.
penalized. So if you pick weeks and then you see something else, you can always change it until May 1st.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you
Bye.
this
Okay.
summer, hopefully, okay?
Okay. Yes.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Trying to get